everybody. How are you all doing? Hope you're all having a good day today. Yeah, so what's up? Welcome in here, everybody. How are you all doing today? Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Hello, somebody here. Hello. Welcome in. Hi, Jenny. How are you doing? Welcome in here. Hope you're having a good day today. Thank you for joining me this morning. What's everybody up to? Let me know. Welcome in, everybody. Like the live, people. Share this out. Subscribe if you're new here. That'd be really appreciated. Hello, NYC. How are you doing today? Thank you for joining me this morning, everybody. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Where are you all from, everybody? So you're from NYC, I guess. So what's your name? Yeah, thank you for the like, whoever's done that. Welcome in, everybody. Yeah. Don't know how long I'm gonna stay on here for, but probably stay until about 10 o'clock or so, but see how this goes, really. See who we get in here. Not a lot of chatting going on, so if you want to say something, then go ahead. Just try and, yeah. Get some conversation going on. Hello, Fortnite family. I'm not too bad, thank you. How are you doing today? Hope you're well. Yeah, if you're new here, can you subscribe? That would be really appreciated. Thank you for the 2 likes, everybody. So what shall we talk about then? If anyone's got any questions around health and fitness, etc., then let me know. What's up, people? Not seen much of the regulars this morning. Well, I'm from the UK, GG's MM2. What about you? Where are you from? Nice to meet you. Australia, good day, mate. Yeah. Put another shrimp on the barbie. Yeah. Yeah, which part of Australia are you in, if you don't mind me asking? I'm in York, England myself. Yeah, so how's it like over there? What's the weather like? A bit hot over there now, is it? Getting into the summer soon, isn't it? Yeah, so hello, Joel. I don't. I've never been to America. No, I've only ever been to France and Spain before. Yeah, I've only. Yeah, yeah. Those are the other two countries that I've been to, but other than that, I've never been to any more. Would like to travel to a lot more countries. Like to adventure all over the world. Yeah, yeah. What's up, people? I've been to Spain. Oh yeah, did you like it? I went to Barcelona before. Yeah, I've been to. Yeah, yeah. I was stayed for a few days in Barcelona. Probably where we stayed was a bit rough, but yeah. Joel says once you eat American food, I don't know if you'll want to go back though. Oh yeah, because it's full of like added sugars and loads of like MSG and all sorts of crap. Yeah, it's supposed to be more addictive, and that's why you see so much obesity over there. I think, isn't it? You look at the ingredients that they add to their food over there; it's just crazy. It's like they even have a different recipe for Heinz ketchup over there. You know, it's yeah. Are you family friendly? I suppose if what you mean like this live, yeah. I mean we're just here to like chat about different things and try to kind of but as long as you I mean the thing is that we're trying to have more mature conversations and stuff. Hello Rick Grimes, good to see you again. How are you this morning? Hope all is well with you. Welcome in here. Hope you're all having a blessed day today, everybody. But yeah, just trying to have like adult conversations really because it's like I can't be asked with just like all the idiots in here and stuff. We get a lot of like idiots coming in. The percentage of obesity isn't too far off the UK. We just have a lot more people in terms of population. Yeah, it is more obesity, but I guess in this country it's more. I think it might be because like alcohol's more of a thing here. I mean, their food is like worse, but it's like yeah, and they eat more food. But I think maybe it's the fact that people drink more alcohol here, perhaps. Hello, Bod Moshi. How can I be less annoying? I don't know. I mean, just just stop saying annoying things. Then I don't know, like beans on toast. Oh yeah, I mean beans on toast. I don't know if you can really get fat on that. I guess, but I suppose if it's got loads of sugar in the beans, like sometimes they add like depends if you get like the sugar-free version. And Ash Hunter, hello. Oh really? Welcome in everybody. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. That would be really appreciated. Yeah, just keep showing the live out. Oh man, welcome back. Didn't realise UK was classed as high percentage of obesity. I think it's something like 25% if I remember. Whereas America, it's like a third, I think, something like that. It might have even gone up since then. I think if I remember, it might have even been up to 40% in America, and it might even be 30% here. I'm not too sure on the actual percentages, but I know like we're not like that far behind. But yeah, I get what you're saying. You have more, there's more because of the population. Hello, Nicolia. How are you doing today? Welcome in here. Rick says I used to be obese. So yeah, how did you go about changing that? I think a lot of it's about the way that you approach it really, because a lot of people try to rush things. It's like the more that we try to rush things, the more that it actually ends up actually holding us back, is what I've come to realize, that people will tend to like, they'll rush things and then they can't do it anymore and they end up actually reverting back. It's about slow and steady wins the race, they say. So what I'd recommend is that you just that you do things slowly and steadily, and not try to go crazy at the beginning, and just, like for example, when it comes to your exercise, maybe don't go too hard with it, and when it comes to like, the diet, don't go too hard, because it's just gonna, your body will then fight back, because it's like it starts to panic and be like, we're not getting enough food. So what happens is your metabolism starts to shut down and your hunger starts to go up, and then you just end up backed into a corner where you then start piling in food on top of a slow metabolism. And also a lot of times is that people try to lose weight too quickly, and they end up losing muscle mass because they're losing it too quickly. The body will then decide to lose muscle, and then you might find that you're going to really have problems then, because you've got a slow metabolism due to a reduced amount of muscle. So not enough people going outside. Well, yeah, I know. That's the problem, really. But yeah, technology has really hurt people when it comes to obesity too. Yeah, exactly. It's the problem. People are like, not even going out to get a meal anymore. They'll go and they'll just click on a app like Deliveroo, for example, or Just Eat in this country. If you're in America, it's like DoorDash or something like that. It's Uber Eats. Like, well, we have that too, but I don't know which ones they have. I know they've got DoorDash over there, but these are like, too convenient, and convenience is a trap. Like, people are, sort of buying all these, like things offline, and so they don't even have to walk out to a shop anymore because it's bad enough when people would be driving around instead of walking, but when people become too reliant on technology, then they're, it's not supposed to like make life easier. It's supposed to make life more efficient. But people are, misusing technology. It should be to like, instead of, like making it to where you're just lazy, it should be like to where like you're able to do more. For example, you would get a push bike so you could travel further distances, rather than using it to make it easier to travel the same distance. Like, it should just be used to make things more efficient. So that's what I would say. But yeah, my favorite online game. I don't really do online games. You're absolutely right. I was £518. Now I'm down to £235. Lots of changes with my diet and lots of exercise. Still a struggle, but I've learned lots of tools to help stay on track. Yeah, so maybe you could tell people if there's anyone here that might be interested in losing weight, because for me it's just like, yeah, I would say just like, yeah, this is like slow and steady. Just don't go out. That crash dieting never really works. Very rarely does that actually ever end well. Some people promote fasting, for example, but I don't think it's a good idea doing things like that, because your body's gonna go into starvation mode and you're more likely to overeat after a fast. So let's say someone does a water fast for, let's say, 7 days, and yeah, you lose a bunch of weight, but you gotta be careful with that stuff, because you might end up even overeating even more than you would, like, and actually have actually be more overweight than you was before you went on the diet. So yeah, so it's just like with these Biggest Loser competitions and all that, where they're like losing all this weight, but then they more like 90% of them pile it back on, and a lot of them even are in a worse situation than when they first start. But the problem is that some people will use this as an excuse not to lose weight and be like, oh, but look, dieting doesn't work because look what happened to these people. But they fail to recognize, or they just choose not to recognize that they did things very irresponsibly, trying to go too hard too quickly with it. And it's just not a responsible way of losing weight. I mean, crash dieting is not a good idea. It has to do with like, your body is trying to maintain homeostasis, and if you're under eating, then your body will try to, account for that by hunkering down more, slowing its metabolism down. That's because it's going to be in panic, and it's like we're not getting enough food, so we're going to have to just like, slow everything down. So then your heart slows down, all of your everything, your organs and everything slow down. So your basal metabolic rate slows down. So yeah, that's what will happen. But this is what happened there was this thing called the Minnesota starvation experiment. Hello, Samurai Senpai, England. This Minnesota starvation experiment where they got them eating, I think it was 1,600 calories per day, which was probably just about enough to survive. Like, it was bordering on like starvation. Basically, it was they pretty much looked like they were in they pretty much looked like they were in Auschwitz. Pretty much, like, that was how bad they looked. Like, the level of their body fat was so low. Like, they were probably 5% body fat, or maybe even less than that. Probably 4% body fat, I'd say. Oh, and just no muscle, just nothing on them. Like, if they literally went any longer dieting down, that would just end. They'd just be dead pretty much. So they were just so weak. They had no energy. They couldn't like function really. Apparently they were depressed, and that's what happens when when your body weight gets that low, because you've nothing left to like. So that's not. It's not good, but the thing is there's this thing called Ozempic, and people are trying to use that to lose weight, and I've heard some horror stories about that. And if people are trying to do it too quickly, then it can cause problems. They can lose muscle mass because it inhibits your hunger. So then you might be like less inclined to eat, like a protein-rich meal, because you just don't feel like it. So then you end up, it's just gonna probably end up causing muscle loss if you do things, trying to lose your weight too quickly. I think even if you did get enough protein, and if you're losing weight that quickly, then your body's gonna want to switch off growth hormone. Like, when you're in a fasted state, growth hormone. Well, actually, they say that human growth hormone goes up, but actually mTOR, which is also a growth signaling pathway, goes down. So this is where they got this whole idea of like fasting being good for you, but they've actually found that fasting might actually not be that good for you, because of the muscle loss that can occur with fasting. I mean, maybe young people could get away with it a bit, but is it even worth it? Because when you're on a fast, you probably don't want to be doing any exercise. So, and we know exercise is really good for you. So I don't necessarily think that it's the best, but I think they found that exercise can actually stimulate autophagy better than fasting. So it's better to probably use exercise as a way to induce autophagy rather than prolonged fasting. It's just because your body's going to want to hunker down more doing that. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend going on these long fasts. It's just I mean, our bodies can handle fasts for periods of time, but is it something you really want to be doing though? Just because we can do it doesn't mean we should. that you should be trying to. I would say probably the best thing to do is, I mean, people talk about time restricted feeding. I mean, I would say like cutting off your food a few hours before bed's probably going to be a good idea because of you want to make sure that your body's not trying to digest food when you're sleeping. I mean, that's meant to be good for your sleep quality and all that, and it's all to do with like yeah. And there's this thing about the circadian rhythm, but I don't know. But they found that it might not really have any effect that time restricted feeding. But the thing is that we don't know if like actually eating more food earlier in the day would actually be beneficial because it's just they've not really found any benefit of time restricted feeding. But I still do that to a degree, like with just like not eating too late at night because it's supposed to be good for you. Because of like we just kind of know that like you shouldn't eat too close to bedtime. We've always been told that don't eat too like more than don't eat less than you know I mean I would actually say don't eat more than less than 3-4 hours before bed. I would say because you've got to give your body a chance for all that to digest. Then it's probably going to make sleep a lot better. Hello, my neighbor. No, I'm not cooking. I'm just walking around, really. So, yeah. Oh, what's cooking? I thought you said, "Oh, you cook." Just talking about health at the moment. I do calisthenics and weightlifting. Yeah. I do some of that as well. Yeah. So I do these like I've been trying to practice these clapping push-ups, which I can show you a little bit, but this is what it kind of looks like. So yeah. Quite difficult, but it's yeah, it's a good one for like coordination because it's like quite a complicated thing where you're doing the push up and then at the top of it, then you have to kind of coordinate your hands. So it's like yeah, you're nicely done. All right. Yeah, it's fun to do like kind of stuff like that. And another thing that I like to do is the like the switch jumping lunges, whatever they call them, like this. It's like yeah. So it's like plyometrics they call it, which is like a form of exercise like jumps, like some people do like jump. Like jumping on like boxes and stuff. Box jumps, I mean. Great for cardio and leg growth. Yeah, it's a good one for like well-rounded athleticism. Hi, William. Donald Trump is the greatest president America's ever had. Is a tremendous guy. Hello, New Day. Cool for the money. What do you mean money? Yeah, what else could I show you? Like, I think you would need some like a bar or something to do. Like it's like if you want to do like your back, so you could do rolls or something. Actually, I'll show you something I could do for lats, and I'll use this as like my let me think. yeah, this might look a bit strange, but this is like a tip for like if you want to train your lats at home. An exercise that I found to do is just let me just put this down so I can show you what I'm doing. So put the phone here. Alright, so what you do, you got like I'll just use this. It's like a jacket, but I'll just, you kind of just get into plank position, and then it's like you're doing like a lat pull down type of thing. So that'll work the lats. You also get a bit of core activation, so it's good for like a bit of a compound sort of, you could say. So yeah. So hello Ganesh, how you doing? You have to give that a go. Yeah, so what you could also do if you want to make it more difficult, just get a bag of weights. So that's what I do sometimes if I want to make things more difficult, is I'll get a bag of weights. Like I've got some bag here, so you can do your bicep curls with it. You can do your yeah. So I can use it for like the squats as well, like, so I could just but yeah, so if I want to make this exercise more difficult, then I'll yeah. Yeah, it'll be more difficult with the weight on you, so yeah. Dynamic stretching morning. Oh yeah, posture, yeah. But yeah, stretching, I mean, I think what would be good for stretching? Well, you can stretch your legs with reverse Nordics. So that's a good one for like your quads. So I'll show you how it looks. So this is the reverse Nordics. So it kind of like, well, I'll just try and get a better angle so you can see it properly. So yeah, reverse Nordics. Hang on. It's really uncomfortable, but yeah, it does the job though. Hi Dale, how you doing? Better late than never, eh? So yeah, definitely something I think could enjoy. What's that? In about the lat thing, but yeah, you could use a pull-up bar if you've got one, but I mean, I don't know if you have one of those, but yeah. But with the lat thing, but you're not really going to be training your arms with that one that I just did then. Whereas if you're doing like pull-ups or rows, you get some, then you can work on like your grip strength and all that, but you got to make sure that you're getting the balance of that. Be adding that to my routine as well. Which one? You're in about the last one. But that can sort of be like, kind of like a leg extension sort of thing. But yeah, it's like, yeah, just kind of, thing is you can't really do calisthenics for like everything, because I don't think there's a good one for side delts, for example.
But what I do for side delts, I mean, I'll just take some of the weight out of here, because the thing with side delts is they're very kind of quite a small muscle, so you don't really want to be using like tons of weight, because you probably be able to control it if you try and use heavy weights. So yeah, so I'll show you what I do. So yeah, I just take this bag of weights and I'll just like try and just control the weight on the way down. You could pause at the top if you want as well, that might help, but yeah. A couple more reps on this side and then switch to the other side. Yeah, and then we'll do the other side. Should have probably took my jacket off, to be honest. But I get a bit of a sweat going on. A couple more reps on this side. Alright. That's that done. What we're saying. I like unconventional techniques, they always challenge me and are always effective. Yeah, I've been looking at different like unconventional exercises and stuff. One thing that I would really struggle with is a thing called the Jack LaLanne push-up. That might be worth looking into, but I had to go and I couldn't even, but I don't know if I'd be able to do it now, but last time I tried it, I failed really bad at it. It's a really kind of, it's like a hyperextension sort of exercise. It's, yeah, that sort of stuff I'd really struggle with, but yeah. Anyway, how are we all doing today? I hope you're all having a blessed day. Yeah, I feel like a bit of a pump in my side delts, so I must have done something then, so it's your side delts you really want to focus on when it comes to getting like the aesthetic shoulders, like the shoulder to waist ratio. The thing is, I find some of it gets a bit too extreme, where they get so slim around their waist, but then their shoulders look really wide. And it can kind of just look kind of comical in a sense. It just, because a lot of them don't even they don't train their obliques, so it don't look, in my opinion, it looks kind of odd. Like, I've seen people like that where it's like, it's almost like a fucking waist of like a sort of woman or something, I don't know, like they've got like this kind of, I don't know, like you should probably like train your obliques a bit to like kind of get, like, you don't necessarily need to have a super narrow waist as long as your shoulders are somewhat wide. You do want to have somewhat of a, like a good ratio of like waist to shoulders, but I don't know, sometimes it can get a bit too extreme, I think. But it just doesn't look proportional. Yeah. So yeah, look, what else would I do for, I mean, I could do some more on side delts. Hang on, I'll put the phone over here. So yeah, I hope everyone's doing well today. So yeah, so just do a few more on side delts. I'm really trying to focus on that at the moment. So try and make sure that your form is good. You know, if it's a weight that you can't control very well, then you should lower the weight a little bit. If you can't slow down on the way down, then it's too heavy. Someone was saying, what is it? Control the weight, don't let the weight control you, sort of thing. It's too heavy if you can't control it. We're not trying to do 1 rep maxes or anything here, so we don't need to like worry about ego lifting or anything like that. So it's about purpose. What is your purpose of your training? I mean, yeah, we always kind of cheat a little bit, but you don't want to be like cheating too much, because then other muscles are kind of more getting involved, and then it just becomes more of a compound. Then those Scarface now. Form and control are important, yeah. It's that time and attention and all that, isn't it? Because I think when I first started trying to do these sort of things, I would be kind of like cheating, or like where I would kind of just drop the weight, and then, I mean, you'll see some of these bodybuilders where they're like just pumping iron, they're not using any control. Maybe it's because they can get away with it because they're on roids, and as long as they're going heavy, then they can get a stimulus to their muscle or something because their testosterone's so high. You'll see Arnold doing these really fast reps. Hi, Nico, how you doing? You two lifting that little bag isn't gonna get you nowhere. Well, I mean, there's weights in the bag, so if you want to be funny, then this ain't the place for you, is it? You know, trying to be all kind of snarky, whatever. Just yeah, they think they're so funny, whatever, and then whatever. I believe in training equally. Definitely don't want to look like a cartoon character. Yeah, because that's why I think that, like, you'll see some of these bodybuilders and they just look kind of, to look a bit ridiculous in my opinion. When like, and some people will say like focus just on their upper body, and then like it just looks really disproportionate, like they've got chicken legs or something. And the thing is, having strong legs is important for longevity, because a lot of issues come from having weak legs later on down the line. So you have to be very careful about not letting your legs atrophy and become weak. You know, make sure that you train them. Yeah, it's actually more important to train them than the upper body, really. Yeah, upper body is important too, but you want to make sure that you have good lower body strength. But yeah, it actually can, Nico, like do high rep, low weight training. Yeah, and it's not just about reps, but also controlling the weight. But you know, I'm just like not putting up with any of this nonsense, like just very ignorant crap, and I don't even know if it's whether it's ignorant or if it's just whether it's ignorant or if they're just deliberately just trying to be negative because they don't because they hate themselves. A lot of times it's because they hate themselves. Probably doesn't know anything. Yeah, probably just a lot of them are self-loathing, these people, you know, they're just bitter and
they get jealous and they're just like, they see that someone's at least trying, but what are they doing? They're not probably doing anything, are they? It's like some broke person criticizing how someone's making money. It's like, oh, you should be doing this instead. But that person's a millionaire, and it's like, well, and they don't have anything. It's the same kind of thing, really, isn't it? Anyway, I hope everyone's having a good day today. Thank you for joining me this morning. If you have any questions, put them in the chat. Yeah, it's just, you just gotta laugh at some of these people, because you can't make this shit up, can you? Like, yeah, it's just like it's like, what is their purpose? So I wanted to show something again. This is a photo I had from 2016. This was a passport photo. Look at my jaw on that photo. Look how weak it looks. I mean, now I'm not gonna lie, but look at the jawline. Look at it now, though. So I'm just wondering, like, what's caused that? Has anyone got any idea? Like, do you think that, like it's anything to do with mewing? Because I started mewing about probably a year or two after that, and just wondering if that had anything to do with it. They say if you do mewing before you hit 25, that you can get benefits from it. So just wondering if you've ever looked into any of that stuff, like mewing exercise and stuff. Definitely noticeable difference. Yeah, you can tell, like, if you look at the angle of the jawline, just looks a lot. I don't know if, like, my bones have, like, I mean, it could be just, you could say, oh, maybe my bones weren't fully developed there or something. If you look at where my bones sit, it's hard to really tell, but yeah, they just look weaker. I don't know if, like, I wonder if, like, all the chewing and the stuff actually helped to make the bones more pushed out or something. I don't know. It's one of those that's hard to really tell what actually caused it, but it's a phenomenon that I can see. Yeah, so I mean, you can literally jump up by a couple of points just by doing that. Like, I haven't looked into it myself, but it's definitely interesting. Have you heard about it though? Have you heard about the whole mewing thing, that the tongue posture, but it's also about chewing hard foods as well. Like, I chew a lot of nuts nowadays. That might be what's doing it. Constantly chewing a lot of nuts could actually help, because it helps to strengthen your jaw. Hello, Alexander. How you doing? Nice to meet you. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. So yeah, I chew a lot of, like, nuts is what I do. So it's good, because I used to I eat a lot of, like, really soft food, and that would make your jaw quite weak, possibly. So I was just thinking that on your diet, you do grind a lot of grains and nuts, etc. Yes, that might have helped possibly, and it might have made your jaw stronger. I believe that's right. Any muscle you use a lot can grow. Yeah, so it might be that, possibly part of it at least, anyway. But well, it's just that, yeah, my I mean, it might not be actually be the bones that have gotten stronger. It could be the muscles actually that are attached to the bones, perhaps. Hello, G7. How you doing? Welcome in here. Hope you've had a good day so far. But it could, I was thinking partly it could be that. Mewing can help a little bit with, like, possibly, like, with posture. I saw something about, these before and afters. I might get one up about, like, mewing, like the before and after photos, where it's like they'll do like a 6 months after, 12 months after kind of thing. And but what I noticed though is their postures have changed. So it could be the postural changes that cause it. Because if I look down, like, it'll kind of might give you the appearance of like a double chin or something. So I would say, like, it could be partly due to that. If you look at, like, the before and afters, yeah, I noticed that a lot of them had bad posture before. So maybe the tongue posture helps to push you up, and so you have more, like, a good posture or something. But yeah, but facial fat also is a thing that you need to consider when it comes to getting a sharper jaw. So that's something that I was talking a bit about earlier. That makes sense. Yeah. Because there was actually this picture from Derek from More Plates, More Dates. I don't know if you've seen him, but this is like an example of how like look at the before and after on this. Look at the difference. I mean, if I remember, this was when it was at 25% body fat, and this was at like single digit body fat, and you can see the way more angular looking. And but I don't know if it's actually said that the mewing was probably, I don't know if like I mean the it looks like, well, it's hard to tell if the mewing actually is what's done it, but I mean it could just be the drop in the body fat there, but you can see that the face looks really puffy on that one. So I think dropping the body fat is a big part of it. His jaw looks a lot more rounded on the first one, but when you drop the body fat, it looks more angular. Hello, Brittany, how you doing? So yeah, that was from More Plates, More Dates. That's weight loss in his face. Yeah, but yeah, that's basically it goes to show a lot of people who think they're unattractive, but if they just lose some weight, they might have a glow up doing that. Like there's plenty of examples where some guy would go from literally like a 3 to an 8 just by losing weight when they were at like 40%, 50% body fat, and then they drop to like 10% body fat, and they look like a completely different person. Yeah, but there's this one with the posture here, like the mewing before and after. Look at this, but you notice that she has this like slanting down, so I think that's probably a big part of it. So maybe the mewing actually helps you to it corrects your posture. So it goes to show how like a good posture can make you more attractive, especially if you're a guy, because it's just going to make you look a lot more confident. And yeah, the thing is, it's like you can be like confident as a guy, but the thing is, if you look like you're not confident, then it's going to signal that you're actually not really. A lot of guys will try and fake confidence and stuff, but it can seem fake, is what I'm saying, if you have a bad posture. It can make you look kind of timid. Indeed, Antonio, as well, working out makes you look and feel better. Working your core is the goal, makes your stomach, back and neck stronger, which fixes your posture. Yeah, I could show some core exercises as well. So again, back to the weight bag. So what I do, so when I work the core, is take the bag and just do some crunches with this. So I'm adding a bit of resistance to it, but it kind of actually don't have to do a full sit-up. People think, oh, do sit-ups, but what I tend to do actually is halfway up and hold it, and just like you've got to just like hold this position for a few seconds, and then you can just like do a few reps like that. You don't need to go all the way up, because it kind of I think the hip flexors take over, and then you can just like hold it. A few more reps. And then yeah, you should feel a bit of a burn, especially if you're not used to doing that. But that's yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, when you're doing like pulls, reps and stuff, that's what I've been doing more. Even when it comes to like doing squats, what I find is, so you don't need to use like heavy weights for this, because you will get a burn if you just do this. So instead of like going all the way down and then all the way back up, what you would do is you just kind of
you just kind of like go like this. So you're kind of like at an angle, and you could just use like a light weight, and that'll be enough to cause tension on that, because you're trying to focus on the most difficult part of the movement. So yeah. Yeah. All right. Yes. So you're saying to like breathe, to inhale, exhale, and all that. But yeah, it's just the main thing is progressive overload, and just increasing the intensity over time, and either the intensity or the volume over time to continue to stimulate it. But yeah. What's the Jess is an amazing person to follow if you're looking into building your strength, right? Yeah, I mean, some say you should like tense up your core. I mean, I might try it again and see what we can do. But yeah, hi Tim, how you doing? What I might try is see if I can tense my core at the top of the rep. So I just use like this as like my resistance, basically. It's not really the best angle, but yeah, I'm just so I was like tensing up the core, but yeah, you will get shit. I must have knocked it off by accident. Yeah, Zach, yeah. How you doing? Sorry, I don't know how that happened, but I must have knocked the sound off by accident. Oh well, we're back on now anyway. But yeah, I did 150 star jumps yesterday, so I think that's like a new record. But yeah, I really feel it in the calves after about 80 or so, probably. Oh, Mad Fit, she's like a fitness influencer, and she does a lot of like workouts and stuff. But yeah, but it's just that like the problem is that she's like very low body fat percentage, and yeah, it's just a lot of these people are like, it's like they're basically like unintentionally promoting like unhealthy bodies, basically, is the problem I have with a lot of these people. Like, women should probably be somewhere around maybe, I would say, no less than 20% body fat. It can actually interfere with your like your menstrual cycles, because your estrogen goes down if you get too low body fat percentage. And I don't know why this thing has become like so kind of in. Hello, Bay 510. Bay, how you doing? Welcome in here. How's your day going so far? I'm from Auckland, California. Oh yeah, welcome to my live. Yeah, how are we doing? Yeah. Um, what what body fat will you guess I'm at 5'7" and 17 stone? Probably. I wouldn't even want to like say probably about. I don't know. Probably close to 50%, I'd guess. Yeah, because you gotta think like how much of your body is lean. Probably about 8 or 9 stone, maybe at the most. Probably even less. I don't know. So it could be even above 50%. I don't know. But yeah, I thought you were dropping below 17 now. But yeah, looks like you're gonna have to try and. What you're saying that your healthy body weight would be 9.5 stone. So if that's the case, then you would probably be at like. That means you probably only have about 7 stone of actual lean mass on you, probably something like that. So someone work out with sleep deprivation and move it, oh really? But yeah, make sure you subscribe if you're new here, people. Yeah, sleep is necessary, but like you don't want to be like intentionally like depriving yourself of sleep. But some people are gonna struggle with like insomnia and stuff. But I don't know. But exercise for a lot of people they find helps them to get more sleep because it builds sleep pressure. So yeah. I'm on alcohol vodka. Oh yeah. All right. No, that's not so good. I'm just drinking a little bit, but yeah, I hope you're good. Yeah, I'm all right. Thank you. Um, yeah, I'm sure like there's this band called Deaf Heaven. I'm sure they're from Auckland. Have you heard of them? Hello, Cosmic. How you doing? You're right. I don't get it because I'm doing an hour's workout a day in the home. Maybe walking is the way to losing weight because I'm exercising muscles. I'm really strong now. Yeah, walking will be good for especially if you've got like a lot of body weight you're carrying around because your metabolism will be high because of the extra weight. Whereas for people who are already quite skinny, then because like Joel Delaney did a video on this a while ago talking about why some people can get shredded just by walking because if you've got a high basal metabolism that and you work and then when you're walking you're going to be carrying around more weight, so therefore you're burning more calories, so you can actually yeah that's when you can maybe use it as a tool to get shredded. But for a lot of people, if you're quite skinny or whatever, then it's walking around probably ain't going to burn that many calories. 5'11", 165 pounds. I'm a functioning alcoholic. All right. I suppose that's not a bad weight at 5'11". Depends on like your body composition and all that, but yeah. So what do you mean a functioning alcoholic? I don't know, like, I mean, I've heard that term before, but, oh, what's that? Oh, you gotta go, you take care, Rick. Yeah, have a good one. So who's this Jesse person? I'll have to, like, maybe check it out or something. So I guess you guys know each other, is it? Is it effective to do 2 hours workout once a day, repeating muscle exercises? It depends. Like if you can do like that much workout per day with the same muscles, then you're either probably going to be overtraining or you're just not training that effectively. You probably only need to be doing, like, say, an hour per day at most. Like, if anything, if you do things properly and you do supersets and stuff like that, you'd be surprised at how little volume you need. I mean, of training like that, you've got to just focus on intensity and yeah, just making it concise, like making it like for example, you can do agonist, antagonist, and then you can do it a lot quicker then. I think they found that it can reduce your workout time by about 36% just by doing agonist antagonist, where you'd say, for example, you could do push-ups and then follow it by rows, so you're working opposite muscle groups. I think you'd enjoy his streams. Jesse Pollock, is it Pollock or is it Polak? He's ripped right now, but very positive and encouraging. I'll have to try and keep a note of it, but so where's he from then? Yeah. I says, have you considered it's you, not the alcohol, getting you to work? Give yourself more credit. You're going despite the alcohol. Well, yeah, that's right, because it's the willpower, isn't it? But what is making you drink all this alcohol though? Because this is what you've got to try and figure out. Like, why is it that you need that to because a lot of people are using it as either some kind of coping mechanism, or it's some kind of, yeah, Shannon, how you doing? You all right? Alcohol is my alter ego. So why is it that you need an alter ego? What are you trying to kind of, it's like you're trying to kind of, I don't know, escape from something, because a lot of people are trying to escape from things, and yeah, I'm not too bad, thank you, Shannon. So it takes away your anxiety, but that's something you might need to look into. There's a thing called psycho-cybernetics, and that may help you. You can get the audio book online. It's like 10 hours long, but a lot of people, apparently it's helped them with anxiety and things. So you might want to do some deep dive into that, because it's about hacking into your brain to become, there's people who've done it where before they did it, they were afraid of public speaking and things like that, and then they would do it, they would implement that stuff, and then they were able to do public speaking and actually even enjoyed doing it and lost all of their anxiety. So you might want to look into that. It's one of the things the self-improvement people recommend reading, because it can really change your life, apparently. So I'm kind of in the process of looking into it myself. Life doesn't seem that stressful when you have alcohol though. But this is the thing, is that it's about a lot of it's your self-image and how you perceive yourself, and because a lot of the stresses are all kind of based on your own kind of perception of self or perception of your reality, and it's about kind of trying to learn to kind of manage that and be because it's not a healthy way to be getting rid of all that. It's just people tend to want the easy way out, and it's oftentimes the easy way out tends to be you're gonna end up with consequences for that. My dad is an alcoholic. I promise it will end up destroying you in one way or another. Yeah, that's it. It's about trying to figure out how to, deal with the problem. Actually trying to resolve the issue rather than trying to just kind of just to forget about it or something. It's when people use alcohol as a way to, for example, Dutch courage, it's the whole sort of, just trying to, lower your inhibitions and all that, but because there's something deep inside your psyche that you need to fix, but you're not going to resolve it with alcohol. All you're doing is just buffering it temporarily. So I'm just saying you might need to look into some of this stuff, because there's people who've actually changed their life with it. If you actually take it seriously and actually apply this stuff, then you can become the person that you want to be, and it can help you beyond just like getting rid of the addictions. It can help with things like I said, it can help with anxiety, with public speaking, and having better self-esteem, feeling more confident in yourself, things like that. So, but yeah, when I don't drink, my body aches and my brain spins with unnecessary thoughts. Yeah, well, this is what you need to be doing to like. I mean, I get that as well sometimes, and I get like a lot of overthinking and stuff, and it can really destroy you. But I've been learning to try and recognize that I'm not my thoughts, and that this is where like some people say you should meditate to like try and just to kind of learn to kind of become more observant of your thoughts, instead of you feeling like that you are your thoughts, that it's more just that you are not gonna let these things take a hold of you. Like we all have, sometimes I can have like dark thoughts, I can have really kind of just negative thoughts and things like that, but it's about the self-awareness and trying to get to the bottom of why you're even feeling like that at times, and what's even causing that, because oftentimes there's a deep-rooted issue, and it could be something from your childhood perhaps. I love guy. But well, yeah, like your body becomes dependent. But yeah, the thing is though, if what actually got you into it in the first place is what I'm saying. Like what, I mean, so I suppose sometimes people just get into these things and then they don't like they didn't even realize that they were becoming an alcoholic because it was happening gradually, something. So maybe it's just one of those cases where you didn't really kind of think that it was gonna, that you were going to become an alcoholic, but then that you one drink becomes two drinks becomes three, etc. Then before you know it, it's like you're hooked on it. So yeah, for people who they're watching now, like just you've got to be very mindful of this stuff because it can become out of control. But yeah, you might just need to go to some like, I don't know, therapy or something to help you get off it, because otherwise I don't know how I can really, what advice I can give, but yes, it happens quickly, especially if there's already internal stuff going on. Yeah, well, this is the thing, is that if there's something going on inside your mind, like, then you've got to be very careful what you're, sort of like, what you're doing. This is why you need to like get to the root of the problem, because otherwise you're going to go on a path of self-destruction, and it's not going to end well. Yeah, the doctor, hopefully, I mean, get some therapy or something, get some, that's what a lot of them do. They'll go to, because I think sometimes a therapist might be able to help to get you to open up about things, and it might, help with that. And some people will even go to like a detox as well. That's another thing where they'll, but then again, I don't necessarily recommend doing cold turkey or anything like that, where they go like to this center where they're not allowed to drink anything for like a month or something, where they're completely, but then that could just make you go crazy, because you might sort of like panic because knowing that you can't have it, and you feel like you're not in control. So it might not work for a lot of people. But therapy afterwards is almost necessary. Yeah, it's just it's like maybe they can like give you certain treatments to like get you off the. It's like how people would go to like get methadone for drugs, but then again, I've heard people can get addicted to that, and that can become dangerous. So I don't often like really trust in big pharma and how they'll just get you on drugs that you then become addicted to them, and it just keeps making them recurring profit. So that's the issue that I have with with that. Like, oftentimes they'll give you medications where then you need another medication to then treat the side effects of that medication. So yeah, it's just all a big like money maker to them, a lot of it. But of course, there's some necessary medications that people need to to be able to function. But I don't know. Maybe you need to just take yourself out into the woods for a while. Maybe that could be an idea. Just take yourself away from society for a while and just try to just be somewhat peaceful. Just go and maybe go camping in the woods or something, and just take yourself away from any triggers or any impulses, anything like that, and you're just left to your thoughts and nature, and that might help you to just be more in the present. And I don't know what you mean, Guy. Think I'm a narcissist, how can I cure that? You're going to need some kind of probably some deep therapy or something to get through that, because yeah, it's not something I could probably help with. There's usually some deep rooted issue that needs to be addressed. Oftentimes there's something from your childhood that can turn you into what they might deem as narcissistic, but when people have been through a lot of shit, it can then turn them into like a bit of a monster, actually. You're saying good info, really. But yeah, what's like childhood trauma is MF. Yeah, because when it's in your formative years, you can like be, that's really have quite an imprint on your mind. That's why it's quite sick when you get like children getting abused, because it's like they don't care how that child is affected, and it's going to affect them possibly for the rest of their life unless they can really get some deep healing. Oftentimes they would just not cope with it anymore, and they would just end it all. But it's just sick what some people do to people who are, like an impressionable age. Because, when you're in those formative years, when you're a child, it's just, these things can really leave an imprint in your mind. So what's a monster? I'm just saying as in like, what can make you turn into like I think it's because like, if you've been through a lot of shit and when you're a child, then I don't know, it might be like that, because that's all you know. All you know is being trapped bad from being a child. That you instinctively will try to make others feel like that kind of thing. It's like the projection of what you've been through. It's kind of like there's this whole thing of hurt people kind of thing. Like, say like when someone's been bullied and then they go on to be a bully themselves. It's kind of like that, but on a deeper level, I think. And it's more, if they've been psychologically abused and physically abused, then from a young age, from like people that they thought they actually trusted in, like their family, for example, or maybe it was a good friend that really just like abused them, then it can really make you not have any trust in anybody, and then you just become kind of like what some might think of as a sociopath or something like that. But sometimes things can get mislabeled because they don't understand the root of these things, and it's got to be kind of careful what we label people as, because I suppose because it's we don't exactly know the full story of things and why people are the way they are. You go into survival mode and act accordingly. Yeah, you just get defensive all the time, and you're like, you feel like everything's like trying to attack you, and you never trust in anything, so you'll behave like for example, if you've been abused, as say like a woman, right, gets, say like she has SA or something like that, and then like bad things have happened, and where she survived one of these abusers, it can potentially make her become an abuser because of that, or seem like an abuser, because it's like she's, especially if it's happened at a young age, where it's like your mind becomes warped by that and become very sort of just like not trusting anything. So whenever, say, like a genuine person tries to talk to you, like say like a genuine guy, and he's just trying to be like, get to know her, and he likes her, but then she just all goes a bit kind of like, she can go cold on him, she can start manipulating him or whatever, and you might be like, what is wrong with her? Why is she messing me around like this? So I've had people doing this shit, but it's like a lot of times they've actually had a lot of problems in their own life, especially when they were younger, and it's caused them to become so messed up that they can't, even if they want to be nice and they want to be good people, but they have these like impulses and they can't control it, and this is why they need some deep therapy. Otherwise they're just going to continue to harm people. And I think these people maybe should not be even online, because they're harming people online that they're talking to. They're just constantly spreading their what negativity they went through. They're then gonna go and like leave a trail of negativity online. But yeah, what we're saying, like, I want them to face it 20 times harder, so I feel like I had it better than them, in almost a selfish manner. Yeah, that's it. That's the problem when it's like that they want to feel like they're in control of things, like, because they want to feel like it's like a kind of like, I guess it's the ego in that case, where it's like their instincts are like, I want people to feel pain because misery loves misery, all that kind of thing. That they want, I suffered, so you should suffer too. But it's not like the way that we should be doing things. It's like, but they don't understand that. They don't understand that what they're doing is wrong. Like, a lot of them aren't even self-aware that that's even why they're acting that way. The automatic response. A lot of narcissists and sociopaths and dark triad personality types, they don't even realize what they're doing. They're acting out of instincts a lot of the time. I mean, your life, what are you missing? Hang on, are you talking to me, or are you talking to Zach? I'm going to be getting off in a minute, but we've had an interesting conversation though, so I've been enjoying the so what was this person called again, that you recommended to go and watch? Jesse person. I think no matter what life throws at you, it will get better. Yeah, you've got to just try and stay positive no matter what. Oh, you were talking to Zach, yeah. So what was it? Jesse Pollack. Yeah. All right, guys. He's got 137,000 followers. All right. So he's quite a quite big then. So yeah. So there's when does he go live? Like, he goes live. Looks like he goes live every day. What time does he go live then? Got a huge tattoo on his head. He's ripped. Yeah, I see it. Yeah. Is this guy even natural or something? Or I mean, it's possible, but just looking at his age, I mean, it's questionable. I mean, I don't know if he's like on TRT or something or what, but I mean, I'd be kind of like 50-50 on that, really, but it should be going live any minute. Oh, really? I might go and I'll just subscribe to him, so it seems like cool. Yeah. Yeah, I'll go and check it out, because it'd be good for some like workout motivation, won't it? Yeah. So he does like all these different like calisthenics and stuff. So does he actually say it's natural or anything, or his thing? I mean, it's possible it is natural. It's just, I guess it's just like a lot of it will be lighting, and because when you see his back, it's like, I suppose it's not like that kind of crazy or anything, but yeah, it's just that I don't know how old he is. I think it's just on the picture where, because he's bald, it kind of makes him look a bit older. Maybe it just kind of makes him look kind of rough because of that. I mean, he was in prison, so is that? Cause I've heard like all these guys that get big in prison, and I heard the thing about they have this way of doing push-ups where they do half reps at the bottom, and it's apparently a way to kind of get more out of the push-up, because it's about getting more attention on the muscle. Every day he works out, he's got a schedule next to him. Once you watch him, you'll see why he's so massive. Yeah. Yeah, half reps. Yeah, that's what they do in it. That's what, yeah. I'm gonna better myself every day, workout, promise. Yeah, yeah. Just focus on doing something every day, 1% better every day. If you can get 1% every better in over a year, that'll make you 365% better. So imagine if you can get, let's just say you start working out, and then let's just say you can say like only do, I don't know, 10 push-ups, and then maybe in a year you can do 20 push-ups or so. But yeah, it's just and then you might be better at other things, and you can, yeah, it's just about slow incremental progress. But yeah, I'll probably check in on that live then, and yeah. So because the engagement doesn't pass from muscle to muscle, it isolates that one group of muscles then and builds them faster. What do you mean? And about the half reps, I mean, the half reps are more for like just, it's tension on that muscle that you're focusing on. But yeah, like when you're doing like full reps, then it's easier at the top kind of thing, because basically at the bottom, you're in a more stretched position. It's all to do with stretch. There's a thing called stretch mediated hypertrophy, where at the bottom of the range of motion, it's the more challenging part of it. So like doing deficit push-ups can actually even be better, because you're getting a deeper range of motion with that, and than just regular push-ups, because the floor is going to limit you with the regular push-ups. So yeah, like but yeah, deficit push-ups can sort of so they'd be good for that. So yeah, so I do sometimes a few like deficit push-ups, but I noticed they're quite a bit more difficult because of the stretch that you get. But there's always ways to improve. You can even do ring push-ups if you can do that, but it's good. That'd be good for like stability. And is boxing good for muscle? Probably not really. It'll probably get you in like a decent shape, but you're not gonna build a ton of muscle doing that. I mean, it's more cardio that. would say, but it depends on, I guess, on the intensity that you're doing it. I mean, you might build some fast twitch muscle fibers if you're doing fast, aggressive, like boxing, but it's probably not going to build tons of muscle. You'll see when you start watching him, I don't do the half reps because I'm 5'5" and female. Well, yeah, true. Because it's going to be difficult enough just to do like regular push-ups and yeah. Because you naturally will have a weaker upper body. That's just like, yeah. There's a thing when they talk about, oh, we should let biological men compete with women, but they need to take into account that biological men, or even if they go through, you know, the surgeries and stuff and have hormones, they still have, you know, more strength than, you know, with the bigger bones and all that. It's just like, I don't think anyone can argue that. It's just genetics. Seems like these people want to just like ignore science when it suits them. Like they'll talk about following the science, a lot of these kind of lefty types, but then ignore it when it doesn't suit them. Hi, Rook Mini, how you doing? Welcome to my live. Make sure you give me a follow if you're new here. Well, I think Jesse's gone live now, so yeah, I'll probably get off here and yeah, I might check in it for a bit, but yeah, all right, guys, I fully agree. Yeah, well, that's good, because it's just, I don't see how anyone can, I don't know, just like think that there should be. I mean, wouldn't it be better if they had their own league? Maybe I don't know. Maybe we should do a poll on that or something. Yeah. Anyway, right. Take care, everybody. Have a good day. Bye.